For me, there is a time, ladies and gentlemen, when we have to turn the mirror around. Because for me, it is almost analgesic to talk about what the white man is doing against us. And it keeps a person frozen in their seat. It keeps you frozen in your hole that you're sitting in to point up and say, there's the reason why I'm here. We need to stop this because we cannot protect ourselves if the picture of ourselves is in a trough. And ladies and gentlemen, we were not brought up this way. You know, the correct people, when you ask them and you say, were you poor? They would say, no, my parents were broke. But we were not poor. There was a spirit in that house. I will finish because I could just talk for 12 hours on this and not have a collection.
Somebody would take one.
But ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, I was not talking about all. I just took for granted that it would be understood that if I said 50%, can't be talking about all. I did not illuminate the Shaquille, the Shaniqua, the Muhammad, because when I mentioned those names, because what I meant or should have finished with was saying they named their children according to the definition of the name. And they all mean strength and power, yet we don't raise our children that way. Now, am I talking about everybody? No, of course not. Now, the last part of this is, ladies and gentlemen, we're not paying attention to the children. They're telling us something. When they come out of high school at 2:30 in the afternoon, I'm not talking about Zora Neale Hurston's beautiful poetry. I'm not talking about Langston Hughes. I'm not talking about Ray Charles' use of ain't and whatever. I'm talking about profanity. I'm talking about people cursing at each other like it's something hip, like it's something that's right, when it's not. I'm talking about people calling each other a name that there are still. If DNA goes to the Mississippi River, you're going to find African blood in there, dead from being called nigger and then hanging them. Where did we get so comfortable when and who gave us the word to say you don't need to know how to read and write again? When Frederick Douglass bartered to learn how to read and write. It's there for our children. And these are our children and they're your children also. And before you get to the point where you say, I can't do nothing with them, I'm just saying, do something with them. I am asking you to look at your daughters. You're getting tired, huh?
It's getting old.
I'm asking you to look at your daughters. Look at them. You know, in the old days, a wino with the bottle in his hand, half drunk, and you walk by and that wino said, look, this is where I am, but I want you to keep on studying. So people who are behaving badly also know the difference. And they really want to pass the word on to you. Please, those of you who are cursing at your children at home, those children hear those words. When you put on a record, and that record is yelling nigger this and nigger that and cursing all over the thing, and you got your little 6-year-old, 7-year-old sitting in the back seat of the car, those children hear that. And I'm telling you that when you put the CD on, and then you get up and dance to it, what are you saying to your children? And what record company said, because you spent $17 on us, we will now build you a better school? So, ladies and gentlemen, it's pure. I love every small child. You don't have to be that genius that was here. Just give me a child who can listen to the adults and grunt and groan, and you got to shake him to make him get out of the bed to go to school, and make sure that we want neighborhoods to go back to where that one eye looking through the curtain was the one that told your mother what you did. And we have to move on, but I do want parents who, when you are called to come to school about your child, you come, and you come with an attitude not against the teacher, not against the principal or the superintendent, but in honesty to find out what has happened, because your child will lie to you. And when you enter that school, well, what is it now? What do you want to... And you find out, well, your son pulled a knife. Where did he get the knife from? And all of a sudden, you become stupid. Why? Because your kid didn't tell you that. All right. Education, ladies and gentlemen. Respect for the elderly, respect for yourself, respect for others. These young girls got no business having sex. Eight-year-old, 9-year-old boys got no business teaming up to rape a 9 and 10-year-old girl. No business. And if it's in that TV set, don't bring it in your home. If it's on your record player, don't bring it in your home. Keep this business out of your home, because you're not finished yet. You've got to register to vote. You've got to register your children to go on to junior college, community college, technical school, lab technician, plumber, carpenter. And if they set up business in the neighborhood, then they can have their own language. There's nothing wrong with the pharmacist saying, so what's up? And you say, so what's up, or whatever's up, or you supping. But the pharmacist also has to understand Latin. And so does the doctor. And that's what I'm saying. Those people, those judges, those lawyers, ladies and gentlemen, sitting up there who use their brains. See, they went against the brains, and they beat them with brains. And for some reason, 50%, 67% in a couple of cities that I've read about, 67% have dropped out, 76% in one particular city. So when I spoke, even though it was integrated, if not in front of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, then why not? And where shall I speak? So we are here today for this. And ladies and gentlemen, I just hope you understand my passion, my love, My years of watching people march, people being punched in the face, going down and people covering the person, and my being afraid that I was going to be hit next, and my being angry because I didn't bring something to hit somebody back with, and being angry with the man who told me to turn over whatever I was going to carry with me. Dogs, water hoses that tear the bark off of trees, Emmett Till. And you're going to tell me you're going to drop out of school? You're going to tell me that you're going to steal from a store? These things have to be taken care of in the home.